Welcome to the Determined Mom Show, the only marketing podcast dedicated to guiding mom CEOs into tranquility, wealth, and multiplying those precious moments. Welcome to episode number 79 of the Determined Mom Show. Today I want to talk to you about some of the new changes to Google My Business and some of the things that might be coming up in 2021. So, if you are not on Google My Business, I'm going to go ahead and get on my little soapbox. If you're not on Google My Business, or if you are and you have just simply claimed your profile and you have not done anything with it since you claimed it, you have to start today. This particular platform is free and it can give you thousands of views of your business each month of people that are actually interested in your services when they're searching for them. So like when they're in need, they're going to go to Google, they're going to search for a car detail shop, for example, and they are going to see your business if you are in the top 3. It's very important to stay in the top 3 because that means that if you have a lot of reviews and you're in the top 3, you're more likely to get calls than if you're on page 6 because no one's going to scroll to page 6 of the Google My Business results. So very, very important. And it is something that is just a huge deal for your business. I mean, it's just amazing. So they do have now COVID updates, which this has been something that they've had pretty much since, I want to say like March, April, but they've been adding to it and making it more robust. So you have the option to update your business hours for COVID. You can also post a COVID-19 specific update, and that will allow you to let people know, like, hey, you need a mask. We're going to take your temperature. All of our staff wear masks, things like that. All of those things are on there. You can also change those things under attributes. So you can let customers know what's required of them and what is required of the staff under attributes. So if you go to info and then you go under attributes, you will be able to find COVID updates. So it's actually called health and safety. So you have appointment required, mask required, staff get temperature checks, staff required to disinfect surfaces between visits, staff wear masks, and temperature check required. So all of those things are available for you. And you can also, on some location-based businesses, you can also check LGBTQ friendly. That's another new update in the attributes. And finally, they have added Black owned as an attribute. Previously, it was only veteran-led and women-led. I really think that they should change that instead of being Black owned, like minority owned or BIPOC owned, so then that way it includes all races instead of just Black. But anyway, that's just my little caveat there because there's so many different businesses that you can patronize that are owned by all types of different people. So you can also, if you have a business that has been affected by COVID-19 and you are temporarily closed, you can actually mark it as temporarily closed. So, for example, there are some restaurants. I know, for example, AAA, the other day I went to pick up our maps for our move and they were actually closed. So they actually brought the stuff out to me, but I was not allowed to enter that. And so they have marked their business as temporarily closed, just as a red flag. So then that way I knew that when I was going there, that I wasn't going to be able to just walk in and get my stuff. So that's very helpful. So now that we've covered the changes to Google My Business over the course of 2020, there are some rumored changes coming for 2021. So let's go ahead and talk about those. So one of the big changes that is rumored to be happening is that they're going to add a lot more attributes. And so there's 2 different types of attributes, which are factual attributes and subjective attributes. And the factual attributes are going to be things like what I just talked about, like Black owned, women-led, those kind of things that are kind of about your business. For example, like if you have outdoor seating, online training available, any of those things. Subjective attributes are basically opinions from customers, if that makes sense. So those are whether or not your restaurant is going to be expensive or inexpensive or fair or whatever. Those are all attributes that will be controlled by customers. So there is going to be some type of expansion of attributes in 2021, and that will really help you to narrow down your business and reach more of the right people that are searching for your, for your services. So the health and safety aspect is also likely to be expanded as we progress in the pandemic and things change. They're likely to implement, more safety precautions, more information, and all of those things. So they will also likely help to crack down on spammers on Google My Business. And you will see this. So you'll see a business that has claimed a Google My Business profile, and it's like Best Roofers in Lacey, right? And that's not actually their name. That's actually just a title that they put in there to rank higher. So that would be considered spam, even though maybe the business is called like All American Roofers or something. I'm just making all of this up. But they have claimed the Google My Business to say Best Roofers in Lacey. And what that will do is it will rank them higher. And that is considered spam. So Google is going to crack down a little bit on those, which it's really good because it's not fair to those who actually manage their profile and who actually do things the right way. The other exciting, I think this is really exciting, feature that is rumored to be coming is going to be video conferencing integration. So it's going to, they're supposed to be integrating with Google Meet, WebEx, Skype, Zoom, those types of video conferencing. And that will allow you to hold online classes. You can also do online consultations, things like that, and make it easier to connect with your customers. So most people have a Google account of some sort, and so they will already be logged in, you'll already be logged in, and it's going to be a seamless process to connect with them. They're also working on better user experience, and that will help a lot with just being able to use it from a consumer standpoint, making things easier, making it more user-friendly, making sure that you can find the things and also the attributes. So if I've been searching for Black-owned businesses to help with our move and buying a house and all of the services that we need, and I honestly haven't been able to find them on Google just by searching Black-owned home inspection service and all of those things. So I'm hoping that as Google refines all of these things, that they're going to make it easier to find those. So what to do with your posts and images. So post, you always want to, this is just my personal feeling. Some people just post pictures without any caption or call to action. I don't recommend that because you want people to see your post. You want Google to know what your post is about. And you also want people to be able to take an action. And they provide those 6 different call to action buttons. So then that way you're really directing your customers or your potential customers to take some sort of action, whether it be calling you, visiting your website, signing up for something, buying something, whatever it is, that needs to be on every single post. So don't be lazy about that. Now, they're going to take into account more of what your text for each post says. So if someone's searching for a landscaper to trim bushes or something, I'm just, again, making this up, then if you put that in your text, then it is more likely to come up in their search. So keep that in mind as you're posting in 2021. And also, Google is going to be more, I guess they're going to be reading the images a little bit better in 2021. So I would encourage you to use your logo in the images so then that way people can know that it's you, and Google will also be able to read that logo and display it to the proper people.
If you are not on Google My Business, I am again going to talk about this. And you have to be on Google My Business in order to really get ranking and stop playing around with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and all of those other places. Because if you were to pour all of that energy into Google My Business, I guarantee you're going to start ranking in the top 3. Eventually. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but usually my customers see ranking in about 6 to 9 weeks. And that's way quicker than any SEO campaign or anything can do except for direct advertising. And even that is hit or miss, because if someone outbids you, then you are going to not be displayed. So keep that in mind. And if you do not have your business claimed, be sure to do that. And if you do not have it optimized, be sure to do that. We do offer Google My Business optimization and management services at TDM Marketing, so you can check those out. And you can go to thedeterminedmom.com to find those. And we also have lots of free resources too. So you can find those on the website, free webinars. We have free email sequences that are educational about Google My Business. You can learn so much from just those types of free resources. So you can also send me an email at amanda@thedeterminedmom.com, and you can book a free 15-minute Google My Business listing audit on thedeterminedmom.com. I want to thank you for listening, and if you like the show, please feel free to review it in whatever podcast platform that you're listening on, and I sincerely appreciate your listening. Please share it with friends and also like and subscribe. So, talk to you soon. Have a great week.
This episode of The Determined Mom Show is brought to you by the Google My Business Master Course. This course features 6 modules and 18 lessons that will walk you through step by step how you can master Google My Business and get ranking in your industry for the locations you want in just 6 to 9 weeks. This course is robust and it features step-by-step instruction. You can always access it at tdmmarketingacademy.thinkific.com, or you can simply go to thedeterminedmom.com and click on Google My Business course. As a thank you for being a loyal Determined Mom Show listener, you can save 20% by using the code PODCAST.